Hello again, Sean Stewart, mortgage broker. Thank you for tuning in. This week I want to talk about intelligent debt and how to use that intelligent debt. And so you might be somebody sitting there wondering, what do I mean by intelligent debt? And you might be wondering, is your current debt intelligent? And if it's not good debt, how do you convert that sort of bad debt into something that is productive, that is intelligent debt? Okay? And so before I learned this concept, I was somebody just that was sort of raised and taught that all debt is bad debt. And if you actually have to take on any kind of debt, you should really pay it off as quickly as possible. Okay? And so what I mean by intelligent debt is you're taking on some form of financing and you're using that money to purchase an asset that appreciates, that goes up in value, okay? And not only that does it go up in value, it actually goes up in value by more than the cost of that debt, okay? And so a mortgage is actually a perfect example of intelligent debt, okay? Because, you know, right now in Canada, interest rates are very low. It is probably one of the most cheapest form of financing that you can get. And so by taking on sort of such low cost of financing, and if you use that money to purchase an asset such as a house or another, you know, if you've already got a house, buying a second property as an investment property, that's a great example of intelligent debt, right? Because you're buying this property that historically has gone up, you know, on average, you know, several percent higher than the current interest rates in Canada. And so over the long run, your house is appreciating at a higher rate than the cost of that mortgage, okay? That's for most people. And so, you know, take into consideration, yes, you buy your principal residence, but now if you're in a position to buy a rental property, right, not only do you get that appreciation of that second house, but you also get that rental income, right? And so that's a great example of intelligent debt, right? And so to compare that to sort of some other forms of debt, like credit card debt, you know, typically you're going to be in the 20% range for most credit card debt. That's not a form of intelligent debt because there's really nothing that you can invest in that's actually going to be a higher return than that credit card cost, right? I would even sort of look at like maybe like a car loan as well as not really a good example of intelligent debt because even though you might be able to get that car loan at a very good interest rate, really you're purchasing an asset that depreciates, right? So, you know, a vehicle at some point, you know, is going to go down in value, right? You may argue that you're going to use that vehicle to produce an income. Fair enough, you know, it can be something that can generate income. But just in terms of sort of that definition of intelligent debt, you want to be purchasing assets that appreciate. Okay, and so cars don't appreciate. So if that's sort of something that hopefully, you know, I've given you some good ideas, you know, hopefully you don't think of mortgage debt as bad debt, and if it's used correctly or used intelligently to actually, you know, produce income, that's when you can really start building success. And then you can really start building that wealth and that portfolio. And I've helped so many people buy that first rental property. I've helped people buy that second and third rental property. You know, some of my clients are purchasing, you know, 8-plexes and 9-plexes, looking at now purchasing, you know, entire apartment complexes, right? Because they're really invested in this idea of intelligent debt and they can get financing at a very reasonable and cheap rate. And they, you know, purchasing those assets that are appreciating in value and that rental income as well. Okay, hopefully this, you know, has given you some great ideas, and, you know, now's the time to get in touch with me. I'd love to meet with you. I'd love to talk with you about your financing needs and how can we really leverage that asset to really get you into some of that intelligent debt and help build that wealth and help build your success. At the end of the video, give me a call, send me an email, go to my website, book an appointment with me online, and I would love to help you get the absolute best mortgage solutions for your needs that the market can offer you today. All right, thanks for watching and have a great day.